Hey guys, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Just trying to get this lighting sorted so you can see me a little bit better. A little bit bright outside, so not sure how it's going to show up. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Drop me some love. Just going to invite Leon in now. Just Leon to jump on, show us some love. If you're watching this back, also do hashtag replay.
Hold on. Sorry, can you hear me?
Hey Leon.
Hey, how are ya?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey.
Hi, mate. All right, I might just have to quickly plug this what's the name in?
I think the connection should get a bit better now. I was
All right, is that
syncing some
better?
stuff in the background. So. Yeah, much better.
Okay,
I
cool.
think that was my end. So yeah, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, out of your busy evening to jump on here and share your story, a little bit about yourself. First of all, I just want to start off with where you're from and a little bit about your family life.
I'm actually from far north Queensland, a place called Weipa, and I grew up in a little community called Napranum as a child. I went away for boarding school to a place called Charters Towers from the grade 8 through to year 12. I have 8 members in my family. I have six sisters and 2 brothers, and yeah, most of them are living in most of them living in Cairns. My oldest brother's still in Weipa, and yeah, I'm down in Mackay, and the rest of my sisters are in Cairns. So yeah, I'm just down here living with by myself. I work out at the mines doing 7 on, 7 off roster. I just operate heavy machinery on a day-to-day basis. On my 7 days off, I come back home and spend time with my kids. And other than that, I'm training every day. I do F45 in the morning. I do weight training in the afternoon, and I also do live music gigs around town where I live, which is in Mackay here.
Cool, brilliant. Yeah, I saw some of your training videos on your profile. If anyone's watching who's friends with Leon, I'd recommend jumping on and scrolling through. Some of them are pretty crazy, pretty intense. So it's good stuff that you're doing there.
Yeah, I figure if I can motivate other people by doing crazy stuff, then it's all good.
I also saw you performing at a sip and sample, right? I think that was you with Robbie and Luke.
Yeah, that was my first sip and sample here in Mackay. They were passing through from they were leaving, or they left Palm Cove. They were in there for months, and they passed through Mackay, so they pulled in here, which was good. Run me through a few business staff, and yeah, it was awesome. It turned out really good. There wasn't many people that turned up to the sip and sample, but just getting to know how to run one and getting to know about the business side of things a little bit more. was really good.
Yeah, definitely. And it's even if you have people coming together who are all already on the products, they get to learn a little bit more about the ingredients in them and the purpose of them, and really build the whole community.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Yeah, and then they have their different stories too, of their journeys, their different transformations, and their reasons why they got on it. So yeah, it helps out to know what sort of other journeys is out there, what other stories, because it can help you when you're talking to somebody to maybe bring them onto the system and help start changing their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how long have you been doing the guitar for? How long have you been playing for?
On and off for the last 4 years. Um, I've only just started taking like proper guitar classes like this year and proper vocal lessons as well. So in the next 6 months, I'm looking to advance a lot more than where I am at the moment. So yeah,
That's really cool. Do you mainly do like solo or do it with a few other guys?
we just usually do a duo. We've only been in a duo group for the last year now. I've only just sort of started picking up gigs for solos. I done my first debut at a venue here in town, which is a really good venue. So that was really good. It was a good turnout too. There was there was one blue. The two lads having a bit of a fist fight during the performance. So yeah, but apart from that, it come out really good.
What do you reckon? For anyone who gives us some love on this live, we can tag them in a video so that they can check you out.
Oh yeah, for sure. You just can yeah, anyone want to show some love there, we'll tag you on a music video, and if you want to have a look at some more, we have a Facebook page for our duo. It's called Ragtime Renditions, and we also I have my Instagram as well, so that's just Leon underscore Namai. It doesn't have much music stuff on there, but it's got more of my transformations and ISA journey and lifestyle stuff that I do.
Awesome. So, first of all, congratulations for being a IsaBody finalist. It must have been an absolutely amazing feeling. Just want to go back to the start of your journey with Isagenics and get an idea of what your life was like before you started on the products.
Yeah. Well, there was a period there of 6 years where I sort of went from being healthy, and I just went on a downhill spiral. Certain life situations, the passing of my father, and just me stopping any sort of activities and getting unhealthy and unfit. So I used to play rugby league, and I used to go to the gym pretty much at least 5 times a week and do footy training as well, and then have a game on the weekend. Then all that stuff sort of come into play, and then I was down and out for 6 years before I got on these products. And in those 6 years, I put on an extra 30 kilos. It wasn't about until 4 months before April last year, so probably at the start of the year, I sort of decided I wanted to start getting back into training, and I sort of trained on and off for a bit, and it just didn't work out. And then I come across another cousin from WIPO, his transformation on Facebook. He had been on the program. He dropped 40 kilos.
Wow.
And I thought, yeah, he made the 100-pound club. And I was like, wow, and he looked good. He looked like he had heaps of energy. His skin looked really good. And I was like, well, some people lose a lot of weight and they don't really look that good, you know. So I was like, I was very surprised. So I hit him up on Messenger and found out what the products were. But yeah, before I got started on there, I was had a few bad habits too. I was a pretty heavy drinker. On my days off, I'd come and binge drink, and I was smoking every day as well. I was eating too much. I was always stressed, fatigued, unhealthy. I was unfit. I couldn't run around with my kids, which was which was a bit of a struggle, and it wasn't a good thing because I used to run around with them all the time as they were younger growing up, you know. And so yeah, that was sort of my life before isogenics, and then I finally got my pack arrived at my doorstep, and I stopped smoking, I stopped drinking. The
Was
first
that
2 weeks,
quite instant?
yeah. I'd been thinking about it for a long time, like, you know, I gotta stop. But I knew I'd come to a point where I'll just be sick of it, and I'll be like, nah, this is it. And plus, you know, I was gonna get on the program, and I was just thinking, like, when I get on this program, I wanna get to the end of it, reach all my goals, and not look back and think, oh, you know, I should have stopped this, or should have done this, or, you know, I didn't want to feel guilty at the end of it. So I had to stop smoking, stop drinking. I stopped drinking sugary drinks. I even stopped coffee and tea. Um, and I didn't have any carbs. Like people could have, like, you know, multigrain or stuff like that. But I just thought for myself, cut it all out, just, you know, so I can get the best results that I can. So that's what I did for the first 30 days. Yeah, like just started the first 12 days, I think it was. So your first 3 shake days, your 2 double cleanse, your next 5 shake days, and then your 2 double cleanse. After that period, I didn't. I dropped 11 kilos, and I didn't even do any training. And
Wow.
I thought, well, like I was feeling really energetic. I was feeling really good about myself. Plus, I dropped that much weight without doing anything. I thought, oh well, I feel awesome. I've dropped this much weight. I'm going to start training. So I started training, and that kept me going. Like I found that there was a cleanse product in there that really helped my mental situation, because my father, he passed away. He had a cloggage in his heart, and the coroner said he had a lot of visceral fat around his heart. And at that stage, I was 112 when I started, and I was feeling bloated all the time. My stomach was out, you know, like it was sticking out. So I thought, oh well, I must have had heaps of this visceral fat. So when I found out that the cleanse, you know, helps target the visceral fats on the 80% deep cleanse on the second day, that was me. I committed straight away, like 100%. And plus my kids, you know, they said to me, oh, look, Dad, we want to see you get solid again. We want to see you get healthy again. And then my self-conscious, you know, like looking in the mirror thinking, what the heck's going on here? Like, this isn't me. Like, this isn't you. So I had to make that change. And 16 weeks later, 27 kilos down. So
That's
I went
incredible.
from 100. I was surprised myself, like, but it just kept falling off every week. And by the time I got closer to the end, I started training like a freak, like just because I had heaps of energy, you know. I was training 2 times a day. I'd get up 3 o'clock in the morning before I go to work, go to the gym, do a 45-minute cardio session, and then come back at 6:30 at night, do a weight session for an hour and a half, and that was me. Like, and then I started another 16-week program. Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
but by the end of it, I was 27 kilos down. Went from 112 to 84 kilos, and I was feeling fitter than I'd ever felt in my life, you know. So yeah, it was amazing feeling.
I just want to give you a heads up if I respond. It's because the signal is a little bit cutting out, so sometimes I miss you for a second. But yeah, your journey is absolutely
Yeah, no, that's
incredible.
all
Like
good.
during those 16 weeks, especially at the end when you were really pushing, did you have the IsaBody challenge in mind? Like, were you pushing to win it, or were you just doing it for yourself, or yeah, what was your mindset around that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was the thing. Like when I first started, pretty much my main goals was to drop weight and lose fat. Um, I didn't really have a clue um, about, the celebrations or um, being a finalist and all that sort of stuff until it sort of come towards the end of it. And that by that time, I'd already started my second 16-week body challenge, and yeah, I was still, even down to when I went down to the celebrations, because I became a finalist. I didn't even know what to expect. So like they rang me just before New Year's to let me know that I'd made finalists, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, just didn't know what to expect because I just didn't know anything about it, and like it wasn't really one of my goals at the time to make finalists. So yeah, I was pretty shocked, but I knew that I could get somewhere close to finalists. I'd be up there because of how strict I followed the plan,
Yeah,
and like the restrictions that I put in place for myself. You know, you don't have to, like, if there's somebody else watching and they think, oh well, now I'm going to have to cut out my carbs and cut out this and that, but you don't have to. That was just my choice, like I wanted to reach my goals without feeling guilty at the end, so that's what I did. um
that's
yeah,
awesome. So
so pretty
you
much
you
that.
were, sorry, go on.
No, pretty much that was my two goals, like from the start, was just to lose the weight, and lose the fat and become healthy and fit again.
Yeah, and it sounds like you wanted to do it as quick as possible, and that's why you had that such dedicated like commitment to the 16 weeks and pushing and going to the gym so often. Sometimes that's not for everyone in terms of it's more trying to get that consistency. But it's amazing that
Mm.
you had that vision from the start, and it sounds like you were doing it for both yourself and for your kids as well, for your family life.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. The main thing that got me too was when my dad did pass away. He had 10 grandchildren by that time. He's seen them grow up until that stage, and now they get to, they go through life without getting to see him for the rest of their life. And it's been, I think, going on 7 years now since he's passed, and he's got another 10 to add to that. So they don't get to see him at all, and that's what made me just keep going with the next 16-week challenge and the next one, and I'm still going because I want to live to watch my kids grow up. If they have grandchildren, I want to see them grow up at least till their 18th birthday. Even if I have 20 grandchildren. you know. So I
That's
pretty much
awesome.
want to be healthy and fit until I can't walk anymore.
Yeah,
So
and in the process as well, being a product of the product, you're inspiring other people to do exactly the same. We've had someone ask already just how they can find out a little bit more information on the comments. So if anyone is curious, just reach out either to myself or Leon.
Yeah.
So what are your next goals around your IsaBody?
Yeah. Well, my goals sort of shifted when I went down to the celebrations. Because after making the finalists, I was thinking, oh yeah. I want to win it. I want to win it. um, and then I didn't win it. So I was like, I was a little bit devastated and stuff, but because I dropped 27 kilos, and then on the second 16-week body challenge, I put on 5 kilos of muscle and maintained that for the 16-week period. And then coming close to the celebrations, I I've seen the other finalists from Australia and New Zealand, and the lads in there, they went from like skinny fat to solid and ripped. And I was thinking, oh well, if I'm going to be standing up on the stage next to these guys, I want to be ripped too. So that last 16 weeks, I put in extra, and I got down to 83 kilos again after putting on 5 kilos to reach 89 kilos. So I went there, and then it's my goal shifted, because when you reach the finalist stage, to make the finalists to maybe winning the grand prize, it's different again. Like I think that now I'm going to be more focused on getting further in the business side of things as well. And now
Yep.
one of my goals is to make finalists again. So I've made that my headline goal sort of thing now. Whereas before, when I started, my goal was just to lose fat and weight. Whether you can make finalists again, I don't know, but at least I'm going to try.
Yeah, you're gonna have it on your vision board there.
Yeah, that's right. And being down at celebrations opened my eyes a lot. You're seeing like the 6 and 7 figure income earners, the legacy club, that sort of stuff. Just makes me want to open my world to that. You know, one day I want to be living my dream of just doing what I love. Playing music, doing artwork, being around my children, and not ever go and work for somebody else, and just make a residual income off network marketing. So that they're my sort of goals now, is to try and make finalists again, um, try and become a 6 to 7 figure income earner in the company, and travel and be free to do what I love to do.
Awesome. So you use a system of products to get your results. Which is your favorite product?
I I I've always said that my favorite product is the Cleanse for Life drink, because of what it does for your body. It just does amazing things for your body. But for my weight training, I really love the Isoline Pro, and I always go the chocolate flavor, just because it's just the amazing thing about it is it's got 36 grams of protein and all different stuff in it. But the results that you get from it, it's phenomenal. Like I've seen like the 5 kilos I put on, and then I've seen other lads put 10 kilos or more, and they just, it's lean. It's not bulky, and you look really healthy and fit. So yeah, I'd say that those two products are my favorite.
Awesome. Cool. So you spoke a little bit about the business aspect. What's attracting you to doing the business side, the income opportunity side of Isogenics?
Oh, at the moment, or when I started, I sort of became an associate straight away, and my enroller helped me sort of understand it, you know, a little bit. So, and she's still helping me now. But just the fact that, you know, on a week where, just say we might get rained out from work, and I've signed a few people up on the program, you know, to try and help them get a better version of themselves, better, healthier lifestyle. And I've been like, one week I've been down with the money, and then next minute I'll get up in the morning and there's money in my account. You know, you get up and there's a bit of extra help there for you to do whatever you want to do with it. You know what I mean? So that's what I like about it. You know, it's an extra income. It's an extra side hustle to keep you going, to help you out. And if I didn't have that, well, there'd be a few weeks there where I'd be buggered. I'd have
It's
people ringing me
creating
up.
that financial
Yeah,
security by having a second income.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the word.
Awesome. Cool. So, what would you recommend for anyone who's thinking about getting started, wants to try the products or the financial opportunity as well, but they're kind of sitting on the fence?
Oh, you got to work out, like, you know, why you would want to delve into you know, something like this, because if you don't have a strong reason why, I don't think that anyone would sort of commit to it, uh, you know, 100% or 50%. Because if you're sort of sitting on the fence and you're thinking, oh yeah, oh, I wouldn't mind trying it, but then you don't have a really good reason to try it, you might get the products and they might just sit on your bench. But if you are willing to change your lifestyle, and you want to see the better side of yourself, whether it be your health, your physique, or your mental clarity, or just a different lifestyle, then um, don't keep saying, oh, I might try this next week, or I might try this next week. Do it straight away. As soon as you're thinking, yes, I want to get on it, I want to do this stuff, I want to change my life, that's when you've got to commit yourself to it. Because if you keep leaving it, you're just going to be sitting on the fence. And make sure when you do start that you are willing to give certain things up, excuse me, and you're willing to make that change. And to make a change, you're going to have to, you know, like I said, give certain things up, like with the drinking habits or smoking habits. Just, you know, you're going to have to just substitute bad habits for good ones. And that'll within a week or 2 weeks, within using the program, you'll find that you'll learn about nutrition, about food, about discipline, about you know, just things that you're doing in your life that aren't really benefiting you. Like for me, I was eating mountains on my plate. It wasn't doing nothing good for me. And now I'm eating less, but I've got more energy. So you know, things like that you'll see. Um, I know more about food now. I know more about what sort of proteins and what sort of products I need to use and how to use them to help me in my training routine. So yeah, it'll definitely help if you know what your reasons why are.
Fantastic. So, are there any final things you want to share with anyone before we finish up?
If you if you are thinking about getting on the program or the system, and you need a bit of advice, or you need someone to talk to about it, or like your program or whatever, sing out, just message me or Kevin, and I'm sure we can help you out. Oh, and
Awesome. So,
just that's me check, and they were kind enough to
must
send
have been
this out
amazing
as
to get on
well.
stage.
Oh, it was very nerve-wracking standing on the backstage, thinking, man, there's like 5,000 people out there. But yeah, when you run out, that all disappears. Uh,
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate you sharing your
to bump into you again.
Yeah, for sure. We'll meet at Celebration next year.
Yeah, for sure. And thanks everyone for jumping on and showing the love and comments. And I think there's a few people there that wanted to know about the system. Just hit us up.
Awesome. Cool. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll speak to
No
you later.
worries. You too.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.